San Diego MMA promoter turned trafficker, Rudy Silva, sentenced to 17 years, hired Mexican gunmen to bust at his rival. Rudy Silva claims via his Instagram and X accounts to be a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a father, computer nerd, and God's soldier. Miss me with the God shit. Everybody stop hiding behind God. I know he's huge, but he can't hide all you motherfuckers behind him. Stop it. He is the founder and owner of Vaquero Industry Boxing and the MMA and nightclub promotional company The Hurt Business. He also links several other businesses, including Ace High Stables, California Concierge, offering luxury Sprinter van rentals, and SD Exotic rental cars. He was also the self-described, see, whenever you self-describe yourself something, you a jerk-off. Self-described king of broke, because I can't say the word. So he's broke today. He ain't got no money. Well, that's probably accurate anyway, because he's popped off now. King of Brocane of San Diego, according to his plea agreement and sentencing documents in San Diego federal court. Prosecutors describe him as a longtime San Diego-based rug distributor who worked directly with Mexican counterparts. Rodolfo Rudy Benjamin Silva, 44, trafficked Brocane, Method Man, and Fetty Wap, according to prosecutors. He was also suspected of arms trafficking to Mexico and hiring gunmen from across the border to shoot a rival trafficker in the U.S. His plea agreement, make sure we hit that like button, y'all. His plea agreement lists just one charge of conspiracy to distribute Brocane. He was sentenced to 210 months or more than 17 years in prison on Monday, just shy of the 20 years that prosecutors had requested. That's it. You start hiring hitmen, but he still got a decent amount of years for somebody that tried to push a button on somebody. But it was a large bust of Method Man and Fetty Wap, which put a target onto Rudy in 2022. Specifically, he admitted to supplying a rug mule with 114 pounds of Method Man and a kilo of Fetty Wap in 2022, all of which was seized in Oklahoma City on its way to Indiana. Don't mess with America. It's very methy in Indiana. Very, very methy. Very methy in Indiana. Look at him. He looks like he dyes his beard. A heavily redacted criminal complaint indicated that federal authorities identified Silva as a large-scale rug distributor during a wider long-term investigation they were conducting. So they were on another case. Prosecutors described him as a prolific local and national Method Man, Brocane, and Fetty Wap distributor since at least 2018 with direct ties to Mexican cartels. It's him. I told you he dyes his beard. Look, beard black as right here. Huh? Look, you looking like me over here, little man. As part of that investigation in October 2022, federal agents conducting surveillance watched as an alleged Indianapolis-based rug courier who drove to San Diego visited Silva's residence and picked up a large cardboard box. Days later, law enforcement authorities stopped the alleged courier in Oklahoma and found 114 pounds of Method Man and about 2.2 pounds of Fetty Wap in the courier's vehicle. Silva later admitted that he was the source of those rugs, prosecutors said. All right, arrest warrant. Rodolfo fucked up.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that.
2023 arrest and plea agreement. According to court documents, Rudy was indicted in September 2023 and ultimately arrested on November 14, 2023 in an FBI raid. A few short weeks later, a plea agreement was entered in which he admitted to the Brocane trafficking charge and also to using violence to enforce his trafficking business. Lo cagaste, güey, lo cagó el gallo.
Yo vivo tranquila con los pelos. Cagó el gallo. Cállate, hipoputa.
I'm hating on his natural beard. No, I run with the natural beard, right? This is his natural beard, bruh. This is his natural beard, bruh. What the fuck is this? Huh? Come on, man.
Si la cagó, mira, hizo.
Told you. San Diego Sicario shooting. Silva also admitted in his plea agreement to threatening, directing, or using violence as part of his drug trafficking activities. Prosecutors told the court that Silva assisted in bringing assassins known as sicarios from Mexico into the San Diego area for cartel enforcement operations. Prosecutors told the court that Silva assisted in bringing assassins known as sicarios from Mexico into San Diego area for cartel enforcement operations. Judge Major wrote that prosecutors had also argued that Silva otherwise assisted in facilitating similar enforcement operations in the United States and Mexico for cartels. And she wrote during his sentencing that prosecutors had presented evidence of Silva selling firearms to individuals in Mexico. On one occasion, Silva hired a sicario from Mexico to come to San Diego, where that individual attempted to fatally shoot one of Silva's rivals, prosecutors said. On one occasion, Silva hired a sicario, so he's numerous occasions he's, pushing buttons on motherfuckers. Few details about that shooting were included in publicly available court documents, but in early 2024, the judge denied Silva's request for pre-sentencing release, citing the shooting as one of the reasons. Judge Barbara Major wrote that, according to what prosecutors, Silva directed the shooting of another individual in the San Diego area who was associated with a stolen load of rugs and utilized a hitman from Mexico to make that attempt. That shooting took place in 2023. So this dude was just hiring button men to pull the plug on people. MMA gym and boxing promoter. For over a decade in the San Diego area, Rudy was involved in numerous promotional events, including industry boxing that hosted fights and events at places such as the Hard Rock Hotel, San Diego, and nightclubs in the area. Throwback posts on his Instagram show Rudy being involved in MMA fight promotions in San Diego and Mexico for several years when they were legal. Lo cagó el gallo. In 2015, thieves targeted his SUV in front of a Best Buy during the busy Christmas shopping season. His backpack with his laptop, iPad, and other items were stolen. He had left his dog inside the SUV when the thief pried open the door to pop the lock. Don't leave your fucking dog in the car. 45 minutes later, he realized the backpack was stolen. In a local news interview, he stated, "I feel violated." He putting bags on people's head, but he feels violated. Buddy's dropping dollars on motherfuckers, but he feels violated. Again, you can't give a lame power. And I don't just mean political power or criminal power or street power. You can't give a lame power. A lame learns something like jiu-jitsu or learns something like how to fight. A lame will use that shit to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? And abuse it. This guy just looks like a lame with an ego, and he dropping bags on people, but he feels violated because they took his laptop. Little bitch. There's anger and frustration, said Silva. It was relatively well lit. I felt safe and secure. So secure I left my dog inside, said Silva. Shut up, stupid. No mama's way.
No mommy's way.
In the news article, it cites him as a trainer and promoter for MMA fights who preaches mental toughness. A GoFundMe was set up to help him recoup the cost of some of the items. Meanwhile, he's pushing Method Man, Fetty Wap. He's pushing buttons on people, all kind of shit. He got all kind of shit going on. Everybody's a victim, bro, at their own point. These are the guys that physically manipulate people, snatch people, do all of these things to people, and then the moment they're popped off, I'm thirsty, I'm parched, I need water, I need food. This is inhumane treatment. Bro, you just starved somebody for 62 days. What are we talking about? What fucking planet, what dimension do you live in where you think that this makes sense, what you're saying right now? GoFundMe was set up to help him recoup the cost of some of the items which are listed on the page that had over $1,300 raised at the time it ended. According to Rudy's Instagram, he trained at Victory MMA, a San Diego gym that includes amongst its owner notable influencer, podcaster, and former Navy SEAL Lieutenant Commander John Jocko Willink. Victory MMA and Fitness CrossFit was founded in 2007 and relocated to a smaller facility in the Claremont Mesa area last year following a fire at the Midway San Diego gym location. So wait, so Jocko Willink couldn't smell the cartel smut in the building? He couldn't find the guy dropping bags on people's heads in the building. 2017, Rudy announced via his Instagram that a business partnership was being worked on with Jocko. So Jocko, you didn't know he was pushing dope and putting bags on people? What the fuck is you talking about, Jocko? Thought you were a guy that knows things. A business partnership with Jocko was being worked on, who was coaching him in MMA at that time. Later post asks local businesses to partner with Victory MMA to share marketing lists, transfer memberships, and offer supplement products. It is not known what specific business or the level Rudy was involved in, as he is not listed on the company records at all. Promotional posts by Rudy Silva were made at the time on the Victory MMA website blog. Rudy also trained with Alliance MMA as far back as at least 2008 when he competed in a grappling tournament. This back when his beard was legit. It's a little dork in Caprice. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look, all his favorite guys. A couple of Chomskys. According to court documents, it was since at least 2018 that Rudy had been involved in trafficking. In April of that year, he posted a painting featuring famous mugshot of El Chapo, Pablo Escobar, Al Capone, and shots from The Wolf of Wall Street and American Psycho. Yeah, you're a dork. So this guy was playing dope dealer, cartel guy, button man with his Louis Vuitton fanny pack, chest bag. You know, I don't know. I don't get it. 17 years for calling out hits and delivering sicarios from Mexico to the U.S. to pull hits. Most likely rolled on somebody. We just don't know all the details of the story. Was he cartel connected? Huh? Was he bringing real sicarios? Was he connected to a real faction? Or did some guy sell him a nickel bag in the park and he's convinced he's cartel from there? Stay out the game, man. Motherfuckers is out there to pop you. Stay out the game, man. Exotic car rental business, gone. Stable business, gone. Concierge business, gone. Club and MMA promotion, gone because you tweaked. Fuck out of here. Ex-Riverside County deputy gets probation. These two stories, you can hire a hitman, only get 17 years and sell some Fetty Wap. You could smuggle 100 pounds of Fetty Wap, but first you just need to go to the police academy, become a sheriff's deputy, and then do it, and then you get off of probation. If you go the long route, you'll be all right. That's sarcasm. Don't nobody go run with that. You know what I mean? Rocha accused of being Mexican cartel middleman. No evidence he brought rugs into jails. A former Riverside County Sheriff's deputy has pleaded guilty to transporting over 100 pounds of Fetty Wap and been sentenced to probation. Jorge Alberto Osegura Rocha, we got to stop this four-name shit. We have to simplify life. We have to go back to, you know what I'm saying? First name, last name. You know what I mean? If we could get a nickname and neither nor, then I'll take that shit too. But we got to stop this four-name shit. 26 years old, was accused of smuggling Fetty Wap as a middleman for a Mexican cartel. Authorities said there was no indication he brought rugs into any of the county jails where smuggling and resulting overdoing it terminations by inmates are ongoing problems. 26 years old, buddy's young. Rocha, a Banning resident, pleaded guilty last week to transportation of controlled substances and possession of controlled substances for sale. The plea was made directly to a judge over a prosecutor's objection. We did object on the record in open court to the defendant making a plea to the court, based on the defendant taking advantage of a position of public trust, said John Hall, a spokesperson for the Riverside County District's Attorney's Office. Riverside County Superior Court Judge David Gunn dismissed sentence-enhancing allegations of perpetrating a rug-related offense while armed and imposed a 4-year term of incarceration, which could have been served in county jail because the offenses were categorized as non-violent. However, after factoring state credits intended to reduce overcrowding, of course, in correctional facilities and adding the time Rocha had already spent behind bars awaiting disposition of his case. The defendant's sentence was stayed, and he was released from the Bird Detention Center in Murrieta on Thursday, January 30th. He is now on mandatory supervision for 16 months. But he got probation. He got probation, right? Go to the police academy first. Then start pushing the work. Rocha resigned his position as a correctional deputy with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department immediately after he was arrested in September 2023. Investigators say he was driving in the area of Interstate 10 and County Line Road in Calamasa when he was stopped by law enforcement in the pre-dawn hours of September 17, 2023. Let me tell you something. There's no hypocrisy bigger than politicians and police. I'll tell you that. That's the real deal truth right there. No bigger hypocritical shit than that. Period. Rocha had been one of more than a dozen people under surveillance as part of Operation Hotline Bling, a joint federal-local law enforcement crackdown on the Sinaloa rug trafficking network based in Mexico. After a canine alerted to the presence of narcotics within the vehicle, a search was conducted. Sheriff's Captain Rob Ragavine said at the time located in the vehicle was 104 pounds of packaged Fetty Wap pills, M30s. Also located in the vehicle was a loaded handgun. Rocha was taken into custody without incident. Rogavine didn't say how long investigators had been monitoring Rocha or what evidence prompted them to look into his narcotics dealing for the Sinaloa cartel. At least with this guy, they put out there who he was working for. Didn't say how long investigators had been monitoring Rocha or whatever evidence prompted them to look into his narcotics dealings for the Sinaloa cartel, which the captain said did not include smuggling narcotics into the Riverside County jail system. So they say he didn't take that shit into the system, into work. The sheriff's department previously said in a court affidavit that investigators intercepted Oseguera Rocha's phone calls and learned he was planning to travel to an identified narcotic stash location in Victorville. Operation Hotline Bling resulted in charges against 15 people throughout the region, including the defendant. He was hired by the department in April 2019 and had been assigned to the Smith Correctional Facility in Banning. Right? So this guy got probation. And what did he have? 104 pounds. That's crazy. MMA guy, 17 years for trying to push buttons on people. Ex-Riverside County deputy, probation for smuggling 100 pounds of Fetty Wap. Probation. Let that sink in. All right, the hypocrisy is real.